getting intimate with temptation. Sensations burning, the yearning's irresistible. No turning on the pivotal point. Flipping the coin, 50-50. Got the chances, getting lifty to make advances. Using the gift that gab is an advantage. We manage to avoid damage impossible, but obstacles are abundant. That's why I stay in the dungeon, contemplating, debating a way to get above all of the others with the same intentions. And I know it's no use staying fenced in, so I'm breaking out like having a bad allergic reaction. Hungry for obesity action. This passion is just too much for me to ever put my shoes up. Now is the time for me to shine. I got to give it my best. Can't be content if I'm in bonds with my mind living suppressed. Those that are acting out of line, our haters giving the rest. I'm on the roll, nothing can stop me from fulfilling my quest. Now is the time for me to shine. I got to give it my best. Can't be content if I'm in bonds with my mind living suppressed. Those that are acting out of line, our haters giving the rest. I'm on the roll, nothing can stop me from fulfilling my quest. Destiny is testing me, seeing if I can make the recipe of the inequities instead mess up the chemistry. But I'm certain that I have all of the necessary elements. Constantly on the grind, I work my fingers to the skeleton so that I can manage to put myself in a proper position. Won't rest my head until after I conquer my mission. Creating compositions with the skills to pay the bills. Concocting a remedy effective enough to air my ills. Spilling out everything that I got to the last drop in order for me to use what I have as a backstop. Too many dull rappers that just start making a cut. That's why I spit with a razor sharp tongue and flavor it up. Cleanse the palate from all of the tasteless same old. Take hold of the wheel and start to break molds, cause I can't conform to what's considered the norm. Get ready for the rain, I'm about to take the world by storm. Now is the time for me to shine, I gotta give it my best. Can't be content if I'm in bonds with my mind living suppressed. Those that are acting out of line, all haters give it a rest. I'm on the roll, nothing can stop me from fulfilling my quest. Now is the time for me to shine, I gotta give it my best. Can't be content if I'm in bonds with my mind living suppressed. Those that are acting out of line, all haters give it a rest. I'm on the roll, nothing can stop me from fulfilling my quest. Now is the time for me to shine, I gotta give it my best. Can't be content if I'm in bonds with my mind living suppressed. Those that are acting out of line, all haters give it the rest. I'm on the roll, nothing can stop me from fulfilling my quest. My quest. My quest. My quest. These two hands of mine refuse to be idle. It's vital that I rightfully claim my title before some other herb is trying to snatch it up. I'm like, easy, back it up, boy, I've had enough of the game being filled with decoys and imposters, and everyone eager to be the next on the roster. But it's my time now to step up to bat. The switch hitter who's got them all shuffling back, because they all know he's one bad mother upper who's truly skilled when using a Louisville slugger. Ichiban, the underdog, taking it over the top. One of the illest, guaranteed to blow up the spot. Now is the time for me to shine, I got to give it my best. Can't be content if I'm in bonds with my mind living suppressed. Those that are acting out of line, all haters give it the best. I'm on the roll, nothing can stop me from fulfilling my quest. Now is the time for me to shine, I got to give it my best. Can't be content if I'm in bonds with my mind living suppressed. Those that are acting out of line, all haters give it the best. I'm on the roll, nothing can stop me from fulfilling my quest. Now is the time for me to shine, I got to give it my best. Can't be content if I'm in bonds with my mind living suppressed. Those that are acting out of line, all haters give it the best. I'm on the roll, nothing can stop me from fulfilling my quest. My quest. My quest. My quest. Ha-ha. Yeah. On those long, warm summer nights, 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 Always love watching the summertime come to life, would fall for every gorgeous butterfly that fluttered by, whispering lullabies. I wondered why I let some hover by. I guess I'll wait for another try in another life. Muttered sighs, but mustered enough strength to breathe in a breath of fresh air. And it smelled so sweet and I held it in for as long as it could be kept there. Lying in the grass, stargazing, making observations, playing connect the dots with the constellations. Nights like that remind me of why I love life. Why so many nights I pour it all out when I clutch mics. Why I try and touch lives through the words that I write down. Memoirs of how I came to be the person I am right now. Right now. Remember those long warm summer nights. Can't forget those long warm summer nights. See each other every day of the week. Climb out on the rooftop to escape the heat. Nowadays everything has changed. Nowadays everything has changed. Be alike but now we're so different. Be close, don't know how we got so distant. Nowadays everything has changed. Nowadays everything has changed. Mustered enough strength to breathe in a breath of fresh air, and it smelled so sweet and I held it in for as long as it could be kept there. Mustered enough strength to breathe in a breath of fresh air, and it smelled so sweet and I held it in for as long as it could be kept there. It smelled so sweet and I held it in for as long as it could be kept there. I held it in for as long as it could be kept there. Was a young child taking in each experience, a curious kid always conducting new experiments. Summertime to unwind and forget about life's hassles. Hold those precious moments frozen in tiny time capsules. Spent countless nights roaming the downtown Denver streets. Cherished every episode in a part of the city that never sleeps. Watch friends come and go, nowadays that's still the case. Was bad with names but could always recognize a familiar face. Every time I'd spot one out in the crowd every now and then, and touch the surface with the how you doing or how you been. We used to kick it off, then recently I haven't seen you much. Then it's see you later, take it easy or keep in touch. But will you keep in touch? Remember those long warm summer nights. Can't forget those long warm summer nights. We used to see each other every day of the week. Climb out on the rooftop to escape the heat. Nowadays everything has changed. Nowadays everything has changed. Be alike but now we're so different. Be close, don't know how we got so distant. Nowadays everything has changed. Nowadays everything has changed. See each other every day of the week. Climb out on the rooftop to escape the heat. But nowadays everything has changed. But nowadays everything has changed. Be alike but now we're so different. Be close, don't know how we got so distant. Nowadays everything has changed. Nowadays everything has changed. Yes, yes, y'all. You are now rocking with the 5 Stallions. Ain't no one knocking me off this high horse. Huh. Come on, there, bring it if you got it. If it's hot, if it's not, then no bother, I don't want it. I'ma filter out the filthy clouds of purest essence and still back the iridescence. Cause it seems that a lot have lost the love or locked it up or forgot what it was. Shocked because the populace are quick to hop on top of whatever's the current hottest buzz. Not to fuss, I got the bust from dawn to dusk. I got the rush, stop and shush. Any bitch rapper that thought he could rock with us, get ran over and squashed and rushed. Taking a hold of the reins and blowing the brains. The moment I came, never suck, I know the name. Five style this, taking over the sound waves with an outbreak of outtakes, lay down the tape. Standing tall on top of the summit, I cannot fall and will not plummet. Nothing can bring me down. I'm perched on the peak, way too high in the sky to ever be reached. These punks here think they got it. These chumps here think they got it. These punks don't really want it. These chumps don't really want it. contagious agents raging through the land like I just left for 28 days straight. I later woke up in a strange place, adapt when terrain changes. Camouflage chameleon with the head full of helium. Heaven bound, ain't nothing holding me down. The style that can only be found in Ichiban archives where the art lies. Ever working at hard times, skipping the bullshit, put it in the bullshit, digging in the toolkit for something that's banging. That's what slanging them dope tracks that got everybody cranking it up. Overdose into a hypnotic comatose to show kids where the focus is, so now they know this is the definite definition. No questions asked, the best in the land. Standing tall on top of the summit, I cannot fall and will not plummet. Nothing can bring me down. I'm perched on the peak, way too high in the sky to ever be reached. I keep standing tall on top of the summit. I cannot fall and will not plummet. Nothing can bring me down. I'm perched on the peak, way too high in the sky to ever be reached. I keep so hesitating and waiting, overtaking the station, slaying the cats that aren't working it right. While I'm rushing and crushing the ones that have been front, shucking and jiving and ain't serving it right. Killing the villains that haven't been keeping it real and spilling the wackest shit I've ever heard in my life. They ain't serving it right, they ain't working it right. Standing tall on top of the summit, I cannot fall and will not plummet. Nothing can bring me down. I'm perched on the peak, way too high in the sky to ever be reached. I keep standing tall on top of the summit. I cannot fall and will not plummet. Nothing can bring me down. I'm perched on the peak, way too high in the sky to ever be reached. I keep jungle bush, stuck in this jungle bush, trapped in this jungle bush, stuck in this jungle bush. Yeah, yeah. Trapped in this jungle bush, stuck in this jungle bush, trapped in this jungle bush, stuck in this jungle bush. Yeah. Living in the midst of chaos, trying to find my exact place, but sometimes it seems like I don't belong in this rat race. Trapped in between planes like this earth is purgatory, calling out to the gods, but it seems like they just ignore me. The story of a man and his struggle for survival. I know ultimately to reach enlightenment is vital, but I don't know if I'm heading down the right route. Trying to figure out what this life is all about. The ultimate question that every one of us ponders, searching for all the answers. My mind wanders through uncharted waters, looking for contentment, but this world's been out of order ever since I stepped in it. That's why it's so difficult for me to be at ease. Thinking too hard will only make the stress increase. Sometimes I feel that I just might lose my composure, thinking about where I'll be when it's all over. Where will I be when it's all over? All that I have got to give, and this is all that I have got to give, and this is all that I have got to give. I'll give it all that I've got to give. All that I have got to give, and this is all that I have got to give, and this is all that I have got to give. I'll give it all that I've got to give. Doing what I can to try and save my sanity, but it's hard to deal with this existence's vanity. It's so imbalanced, it might topple over at any moment. Fight it against time, who's been my main opponent. I battle to travel up to the top of higher ground. The desire's crying loud and won't quiet down, while I'm making maneuvers through the chaotic circus, digging under the surface, searching for a purpose. Yeah. You've got to give, and this is all that I have got to give. I'll give it all that I've got to give. All that I have got to give, and this is all that I have got to give, and this is all that I have got to give. I'll give it all that I've got to give. All that I have got to give, and this is all that I have got to give, and this is all that I have got to give. I'll give it all that I've got to give. All that I have got to give, and this is all that I have got to give, and this is all that I have got to give. I'll give it all that I've got to give. Yeah. Jungle, 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 jungle bush. Jungle bush. Jungle, jungle. Jungle, jungle bush. Jungle bush. Trapped in this jungle bush, stuck in this jungle bush, trapped in this jungle bush, stuck in this jungle bush. Jungle, jungle, jungle. for the 2004 and beyond. FSF, rocking it, rocking it, rocking it, rocking it, non-stopping it, hip-hopping it, dropping it. Every opposition that we do, we got a mission on a string going to my goals, and I know that I control everything that is in my big destiny's tested me, so it's down to time that I must just rearrange. And it's looking kinda strange once again when I'm sitting there and I just begin to transcend to that next level of mine. I'm just trying to fold and fight off these devils and climb that higher apparatus. And I'm sitting there just looking at it like, oh my God, I knew that it was automatic for me to get what I had. It's the way that we get down until the end of it, blending this pathetic kit, yeah. They like the sentences, the way that it flows, no repentances. Here now for me, I'm about to take it to a new level. You shout, cause it's so dope. It sounds so nice to your ears. Every time I listen, the sound is red in here. Inside of me, clear.
Amiibo! Oh yes, y'all. Yeah. Full in effect. No time for shucking and jiving. We bringing it to you live, fire style. Yeah, other cats is pussy putting around, you know. We ain't stopping, keep it moving. Stop. Amoeba, creature, feature, leak words, pour out the purse, lips, nerves, twitch, burn, witch at the stake. What's your fate? Makeshift, straight edge, take, twist, turn, counterclock. Why stop? Time stops, prime spotlight, no longer gloomy. Soon we might go loony. Truly, falsehood covers brain stems, makes bends, creased, crumpled, wrinkled, mingle with the jingle. Bojangles, toes tingle, jukebox, new pop song, overplayed, hypno, bimbos, tiptoe, get low down, low, brown, slow. Sad clown pose, carny, gypsy, vagabond, Omegatron.
Considered an alien. Considered an alien. Considered an alien. Considered an alien. Amoeba creature pouring out of the speakers. What wonderful features for an amoeba creature.
Yeah, come on. Never faking a fun, never faking a fun, never faking a fun. Five style this, never faking a fun. Ichiban, never faking a fun. What y'all want? What y'all want? What y'all wanna do? Prehistoric stegosaurus, pterodactyl, fractal, carpal tunnel syndrome. Get blown out of proportion, forced insertion, virgin ears pierced with pitchfork, serpentine tongues tied up, mind wrung until drip dried up. Life sucked from a bag of bones, agony drenched in muddled puddles, no rebuttal, innuendo, subtle hints, minor glitch, violent twist and flat structure, fluctuate, rupture membranes, tense frame portrays immense pain, less hurt, more pleasure festered internally for eternity. Learn to be top notch, never bottom rank, or walking off the plank, lodge the shank into the belly of a barracuda fish, ludicrous, twisted up like Kama Sutra tricks.
Considered an alien. Considered an alien. Considered an alien. Considered an alien. Amoeba creature pouring out of the speakers. What wonderful creatures for an amoeba creature. Amoeba creature pouring out of the speakers. What beautiful creatures for an amoeba creature. where cuckoo's nest drop rock bottom like leaves in a season of autumn, drowning in a cesspool, kept cool till heated to boiling points. Picky choosy, such a doozy, who's he? Acting all high and mighty, reciting punchlines. Hush time, trying to meditate, set it straight back in alignment. Mind bent, contorted, distorted, mission aborted, morbid outlook. Still life moving fast over rapid rapids, active currents, endurance draining low. High tides pushing, pulling around, wrestling with that full Nelson in the vine. Can't rewind to divine moments and own them, hold them and throw them in a bin, deposited deep within memory bank vaults, the think tank hall. Consider the day begin. Consider the day begin. Consider the day begin. Consider the day begin. Only but creatures burn out the secrets, but beautiful creatures burn out. But creatures burn out. But creatures burn out the secrets, but beautiful creatures burn out. But creatures. Come on. It's a mad world we're living in. The support system's giving in. It can't take it for much longer. Thinking somewhere we must have taken a wrong turn. Somewhere we must have taken a wrong turn. Somewhere we must have taken a wrong turn. Yeah. Come on. It's a mad world we're living in. The support system is giving in. I can't take it. Well, I see my way through all this madness or perish before my prime. That is to say, if I make it through this maze of mayhem, tempted to shake hands with Satan in his vacant wasteland that I inhabit. Sporadic events occurring at every single second. Pick your weapon, but remember to use it with discretion. Protection is advised when dwelling in these neck of the woods. Jackals and decals that'll drain you dry to the last drop. Can't stop looking over my shoulder, constantly watch my back. Gotta react quick, right at that moment that you spot an attack. Maneuver through the chaos, see my way through pandemonium. Only one chance is what I'm given, so I'm not trying to blow this one like a loaded gun. I'm fuse something you don't wanna tamper with. I've had it with this contaminated environment's labyrinth. Had it with this contaminated environment's labyrinth. Gotta be a way out, I'm searching for an escape route. Gotta be a way out, I'm searching for an escape route. Way out, I'm searching for an escape route. There's got to be a way out. I'm searching for an escape route. There's got to be a. Well, I see my way through all this madness or perish before my prime. That is to say, if I make it through this phase of mayhem, tempted to shake hands with Satan in this vacant wasteland that I inhabit. Sporadic events occurring at every single second. Pick your weapon, but remember to use it with discretion. Protection is advised when dwelling in these neck of the woods. Jackals and jackals that'll drain you dry to the last drop. Can't stop looking over my shoulder, constantly watch my back. Gotta react quick, right at that moment that you spot an attack. Maneuver through the chaos, see my way through pandemonium. Only one chance is what I've been given, so I'm not trying to blow this one like a loaded gun or a fuse. Something you don't wanna tamper with. Had it with this contaminated environment's labyrinth. Had it with this contaminated environment's labyrinth. There's gotta be a way out, I'm searching for an escape route. Gotta be a way out, I'm searching for an escape route. See, this foundation is full of flaws now. Castles crumble, every empire falls down. This foundation is full of flaws now. Castles crumble, every empire falls down. It's a mad world we're living in. The support system's giving in. It can't take it for much longer. Thinking somewhere we must have taken a wrong turn. Somewhere we must have taken a wrong turn. Somewhere we must have taken a wrong turn. Yeah. Come on. It's a mad world we're living in. The support system is giving in. It can't take it. Elvis Pelvis got you all shook up. Penny heads up, Robuda bellies for good luck, but cancelled out by broken mirrors, soaking beer. We're never about to cross with black cats approaching it. Stories also familiar that the cover's tattered. You're scared of all the old wives' tales that our mothers chattered. Overlooked and ignored, too concerned with other matters to ever even notice that he'd been walking under ladders. Living in twisted time and terrain is rained by corrupt king civilians are being swinged and fling from proverbial strings to pedal offspring. Seeking release from the puppeteer, it's becoming clear. Picture perfect, the time must be coming near. Break the chains, no restraints, I'm making a great escape. Break the chains, no restraints, I'm making a great escape. Break the chains, no restraints, I'm making a great escape. Way out, there's got to be a way out. I am searching for an escape out. There's got to be a way out. I am searching for an escape out. There's got to be a way out. I am searching for an escape out. There's got to be a way out. A way out. A way out. A way out. This foundation is full of flaws now. Castles crumble, every empire falls down. This foundation is full of flaws now. Castles crumble, every empire falls down. This foundation is full of flaws now. Castles crumble, every empire falls down. This foundation is full of flaws now. Every castle crumbles and every empire falls down. This foundation is full of flaws now. Every castle crumbles and every empire falls down. Yeah. ambition is jaded. It's easy to think that you have everything figured out, but now I know that there is way too much to pin it all down. All this fog is clouding my vision and made the path unclear. So where do I go from here? Where do I go from here?
Rain clouds linger over my head. No telling when the storm will pass through. Time for the old in the shed to have another chance to start anew. The world has turned me a shade of blue, desperately searching for a sign of hope. 'Cause I no longer know what to do now that I've reached the bottom of the slope.
A shade of blue, a shade of blue. The world has turned me a shade of blue. A shade of blue, a shade of blue. The world has turned me a shade of blue. A shade of blue, a shade of blue. I don't know what to do to change this mood. A shade of blue, a shade of blue. The world has turned me a shade of blue.
Rain clouds linger over my head. No telling when the storm will pass through. Time for my old in the shed to have another chance to start anew. The world has turned me a shade of blue, desperately searching for a sign of hope. 'Cause I no longer know what to do now that I've reached the bottom of the slope.
Lug around this heavy luggage full of regrets, now suffocating from all this pressure on my chest. No matter how hard I try, I can't change what's been done. So I live another day, waiting for the end to come, in order to start all over again and clean off this dirty slate. Wondering if this is my fate. I wonder if this is my fate.
Rain clouds linger over my head. No telling when the storm will pass through. Time for the old in the shed to have another chance to start anew. The world has turned me a shade of blue, desperately searching for a sign of hope. 'Cause I no longer know what to do now that I've reached the bottom of the slope.
a nightmare running away from my reflection. Lost my direction, lost within deception. Pinpointing every single little imperfection. These plague thoughts start to spread the infection. Fearful that I'll succumb to the epidemic. It'd be a miracle if there was some way that I could prevent it. An event prophesized by every prophet. Mentally restrained, forced to sit back and watch it. Off in the distance, feeling the build-up resistance. And results are always inconsistent. Place the bet, stand it up and roll the dice. Sick of having to pay dues when they're way too overpriced. Most of the times wishing I could close my eyes and disappear. Scared to face what's in front of me, I live in fear. I need to rest my head and keep my mind clear. But every time I try and fall asleep, I'm having nightmares running away from my reflection. Hide from fear cause nothing's made to perfection. Nightmares running away from my reflection. Hide from fear cause nothing's made to perfection. Nightmares running away from my reflection. Hide from fear cause nothing's made to perfection. Nightmares these is nightmares these is nightmares these. Wanna break that old mirror, mirror on the wall. Wish I never had inquired and ever got involved. Got into altercations that I couldn't resolve. Faced with a pile of puzzles that couldn't be solved. You know the saying, play with fire and you'll get burnt. Well, let's just say that was a lesson that was well learned. Loss as great as the level of the one that's in the first degree. Burning me from the inside out, cursing the absurdity of why there's even such a thing as suffering. What kind of sick tests are being administered when sins emerge from out of this closet, a pile of skeletons? The weight of my burden's heavier than a herd of elephants. This circus has got me nervous and discontent, crossing my fingers and hoping for the bullshit to end. I need to rest my head and keep my mind clear, but every time I try and fall asleep, I'm having nightmares running away from my reflection. Hide from fear cause nothing's made to perfection. Nightmares running away from my reflection. Constantly trying to find a way through the deception. Nightmares running away from my reflection. Hide from fear cause nothing's made to perfection. Nightmares running away from my reflection. Reluctant to accept this chosen way of life, when you can't always choose the way that's right. Mistakes are a dime a dozen and come by the handfuls. It's like riding a bike downhill with no handles. Getting out of control, the wheel's about to explode. This mode rips a hole with a huge fistful. A mouthful because I know reality bites, and sometimes might strike with the fatality type. And that's why I'm often running away from these mirrors, afraid of what I'll discover once the image is seen clear. I'd rather run even when I know it'll all catch up to me. Eventually the same thing's coming back, destructing me, disrupting the roots that are embedded deep within. Regrets got me wondering what if things could be different. I need to rest my head and keep my mind clear, but every time I try and fall asleep, I'm having nightmares running away from my reflection. Hide from fear cause nothing's made to perfection. Nightmares running away from my reflection. Constantly trying to find a way through the deception. Nightmares running away from my reflection. Hide from fear cause nothing's made to perfection. Nightmares running away from my reflection. I'm having nightmares running away from my reflection. Hide from fear cause nothing's made to perfection. Nightmares running away from my reflection. Constantly trying to find a way through the deception. Nightmares running away from my reflection. Hide from fear cause nothing's made to perfection. Nightmares running away from my reflection. Constantly trying to find a way through the deception. Constantly trying to find a way through the deception. Constantly trying to find a way through the deception. Constantly trying to find a your way through the deception.
Are tuning in. This is Danalicious Dan, 5 minutes past 5 o'clock in the morning during the 5-style hour. I want you all to just kick back, relax. My boy Ichi Don Dada's about to break you off with something special, like this.
La da 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 da.
Take a step closer. There's been something that I've been wanting to show ya. Love roller coaster. Raise your glass up, make a toaster. You and me, girl. Then I hit the spots that'll make your feet curl. Shake, shudder, and shiver. Give you something off of the Richter scale. Immeasurable episodes, so pleasurable that you never wanna let it go. Better hold on tight with a white knuckle grip. Cuddling, clutching skin, touching them spots that'll make your heart skip a beat. No mystery, physically showing you what this is to me. This is a love potion, passion past numerical limits. Don't be timid with the image, I'll be real, never no gimmicks. Believe in me and screw all of the cynics. I give you what you want, that's right. I give you what you need, yeah, I ain't gonna front, hell no. Don't stop, proceed. It's that feeling that you get when you're feeling oh so smooth. It's that feeling that you get when you fall right into the groove. It's that feeling that you get when you're feeling oh so smooth. It's that feeling that you get when you fall right into the groove. Call me Dick, the private eye investigating the scene. Let me tell you about some of my favorite things. Getting so funky that you can smell it. Rico suave, keeping it smoother than velvet. On some old Don Juan DeMarco. So fresh, so clean that I sparkle. So hot, set fire to the charcoal. Fonzie's what the mommies have been calling me. Happiness to the whole entire colony. Superstar still in the spotlight. When I rock mics, honeys blush when I lock eyes. Got rhymes that'll stop time like a big fish carnival. The audio articles that stimulate every single little follicle. So I will know the steeds that swoon it over me. Every time I sing love songs like Jodeci. I'll give you what you want, for sure. I'll give you what you need, and I ain't gonna find, hell no. Don't stop, proceed. It's that feeling that you get when you're feeling oh so smooth. It's that feeling that you get when you fall right into the groove. It's that feeling that you get when you're feeling oh so smooth. It's that feeling that you get when you fall right into the groove. Opposites attract. Opposites attract. Opposites attract.
properly. Let me introduce you to my sexual philosophy. Gotta be on point every time that I spit. Make it so enticing that you can't fight or resist the uncontrollable urges that you feel deep inside of you. You're giggling while I'm whispering the things I like to do. Candlelit dinner followed by a full body massage. Got the game on lock like the scene's been freeze on pause. Holla at your boy, eat cheap and cheesy. That smooth cat laid back, taking it easy. Believe me, girl, I'm only being honest, and I can't help but to be erotic around a goddess. It's only human nature, MJ already told ya. I got a magic stick working tricks with the punocha. Think I can't do it, you must be out of your mind. Got more mojo than Austin Powers in his prime. Watch out now, sex machine like James Brown. Not a minute, man, this engine never breaks down. Let me break you off and show you what I'm working with. Serving it until the addiction's permanent. It's guaranteed that you'll be back for more, cause I'm the guy that'll give you what you've been asking for. No beating around the bush, let's go straight to the chase. Tonight you're gonna come over and stay in my place. I'll give you what you want, that's right. I'll give you what you need, and I ain't gonna front, hell no. Don't stop, proceed. Opposites attract positivity. Opposites attract positivity. Opposites attract positivity. They're out to conquer nations, they call it Operation Encounter Complications. They try and keep us from making observations. Tall tales on the telescreens, truth is hardly ever seen. Don't know what we should believe, this dissatisfaction's hard to believe. Sensing that something is wrong, the gut feeling is so strong. What's the matter with the world today? People try and ignore it and turn away, but it's right there, smack dab in front of our face. It's everywhere you look, it's on front of the page of the paper, the headlines of the newscast. Start feeling like the earth is spinning too fast. Newsflash, more people killing, more people dying, while they're trying to keep hiding the real assignment to boost our economy, jack the resources. If they rebel, send in the reinforcements. Train killers programmed to be numb to their emotions. Eliminate the enemy to show your devotion to the almighty United States of etc. And they want you to be the next one to register. I won't fight for a cause I don't believe in, that's where I refuse to give them my allegiance. I won't pledge a damn thing to the demons trying to get us together for all the wrong reasons. Armed, forced to take part in the genocide. The appetite for destruction will never die. The vicious cycle of history repetitiously repeating over and over again and again. It keeps proceeding. Soldiers are treated as toys and trained to be ready to die. What exactly we're fighting for, we might just never know why. Things are the way they are and why they do the things that they do. People are getting pissed, heated, and far from keeping their cool. Currently facing crucial conflicts that we'd better resolve. If World War III were to break out, it'd be the end of it all. And no one's really sure of when the bomb's about to explode. There's gotta be a better way, this place is out of control. This place is out of control. This isn't how things should be. There's gotta be a better way. What will it take for us to see? There's gotta be a better way. This isn't how things should be. There's gotta be a better way. What will it take for us to see? There's gotta be a better way. There's gotta be a better way, a better way. There's gotta be a better way, a better way. There's gotta be a better way.
politicians. The youth calls out to them for change, but they won't stop and listen. Can't pause a second and try and prevent the premonitions. Sick of this shit and had enough of all the demolition. Peace, love, and harmony, it seems that they can't share this vision. Too busy fighting the war against all this terrorism. What is it gonna take for them to finally realize this way life isn't right? This way your life isn't right. This isn't how things should be. There's gotta be a better way. What will it take for us to see? There's gotta be a better way. This isn't how things should be. There's gotta be a better way. What will it take for us to see? There's gotta be a better way. To make the chaos come to a sudden standstill. So we can have another chance to start all over. This isn't how it should be. 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 Won't fight for a cause I don't believe in. Won't fight for a cause we don't believe in. Don't fight for a cause you don't believe in. Don't fight for a cause you don't believe in. Won't fight your worthless war. 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 Starting to lose my mind. To be in this condition, living with this eerie suspicion I'll never make it back to homeland. Wandering soul, the mental nomad, losing the grip on what I held tight, starting to slip, can't balance myself right. Wrongs prevent me from moving along. How long before I can't stand strong? Travel roads unknown to the physical, falling in holes that are bottomless. It's pitiful, can't get a hold of my cranium. Rain's playing in forest stadiums, there's no home field advantage to work with. Anxiously awaiting a final verdict, venturing into the vast mystery. How much of it will I get to live to see before it's off to the next plateau? No more stress, no more hassles. It's way too much for me to handle. I don't want to be trampled in this herd of scavengers, hungry for what's left after. Recipes for disaster when everything's been flipped backwards.
Far from home, so far from home. 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 Far from home, so far from home.
pressure's on, it won't decrease. Boiling up till my head steams, torn apart, ripped by the seams. What goes on behind the scenes?
So far from home, losing my mind, losing a hold of the things that I once held close to my soul. Now I don't know if I'll make it home.
When the walls become unsound, it will all come tumbling down. Look at the times, these change so fast. Watching my life quickly blow past, wondering how long it will last. Will I get to fulfill my task? What to do if all falls through and I forget all I knew?
Far from home, so far from home, 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 far from home.
Running quick through the mayhem, and the day starts, the old day ends. Moving fast, I'm not waiting, still no chance of escaping. Watching the way terrain changes, passerbys with nameless faces, stuck in a place that is so strange. Phoning to home, but I'm out of range, out of my brain, hard to maintain. Do all I can to try and stay sane. Far from home, I'm incomplete, altered and acting differently. Things are not the way they once were after the aftermath occurred. Left, right in the middle among the demons, out of sync with the sequence. This station's been built on faulty foundations. I'm tired of waiting, I don't have the patience to stay in the trance and miss the ride. And this here life gets kissed goodbye.
Far from home, so far from home, 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 far from home, far from home.
It's kinda sad to watch how rapid the times change. What was once so familiar now becomes so strange. Cornerstone of the foundation suddenly swept away. Memories are so vivid it seems like it was yesterdays turn into months and the months turn into years. Gears of the clock keep rotating and we steer our separate directions to our separate destinations. Couldn't wait it out, sometimes I wish we'd had the patience to try and make things work out the way that we'd imagined. Thought it was everlasting, but we had lost the passion. Trapped in a predicament with an unfortunate outcome. Can't help but to wonder and ask the question, how come? It's now done and why we had to finally end it. Cut off all communication and sever the friendship. Can't hold on forever, sometimes you gotta let it go. For better or worse, we'll probably never know. But what I do know is that I cherish the golden moments and show my condolence by holding them as tokens. Engraved in my brain, it's something that I can't forget. Gained from the loss, but had never planned for it. To turn out the way that it did. Two kids who fell victim to an arrow of Cupids. I think back and reminisce on days like this, get nostalgic, missing that particular phase of bliss. So long, it didn't work out the way we thought it would in the end. Farewell, I guess this means I may never see you again. Goodbye, it's time to move on. Goodbye, it's time to move on. Goodbye, it's time to move on. I bid you farewell. Goodbye, it's time to move on. Goodbye, it's time to move on. Goodbye, it's time to move on. I bid you farewell. Goodbye, it's time to move on. Goodbye, it's time to move on. Goodbye, it's time to move on. I bid you farewell. Goodbye, it's time to move on. Goodbye, it's time to move on. Goodbye, it's time to move on. I bid you farewell. We were once so close, now we're galaxies apart. Weren't ready to embark on the journey we had started. It's such a shame that we had to let it all go to waste. Departed from one another to create space. Placed in terrain I never thought I'd navigate through. Came to a fork in the path and didn't know which way to choose in order for me to be truly content. It was time well spent, but yet we couldn't prevent the inevitable dilemmas encountered on our course. Forced to make the decision whether or not to abort from the source that had once bound us so tightly. Took it for granted, thought separation was unlikely, but it just goes to show that life is unpredictable. Feeling cynical when the condition can turn critical. In the flash of an eyelid might miss a moment that's timeless. Watch how quick positive can drop below minus. Hard to walk away and try and make the image fade. Became two strangers after we disengaged. Things changed, a whole lot of things rearranged, and I now know what it feels like to be estranged. Taken out of the element, it's necessary to adapt. Release the hold and know you might not ever get it back. Now on different tracks, watching all of it elapse. Could look back and relapse, but it's all in the past. Gotta get on with my life, a new day awaits me. Find a new plan, do what I can to keep from going crazy. It's sorta depressing, but it's the only way we can move forward into a future that's ever changing. I don't regret a thing and I'm glad that we met each other, but maybe we weren't really meant for one another. Can't stick around, the feelings here are too strong. One last so long before it's time to move on. Goodbye, it's time to move on. Goodbye, it's time to move on. Goodbye, it's time to move on. I bid you